a fully authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Law enforcement agencies do not agree with the common belief that society always benefits when criminals exterminate each other. For when the underworld settles its disputes by violence, there is no regard for the safety of innocent citizens. The Highway Patrol was faced with this problem early last month. Les Curtis had worked as errand boy for a master counterfeiter, Alfred Manson. Now, as he and Manson prepared to deliver a set of counterfeit engraving plates, Curtis decided his apprenticeship was over.
Sorry, Manson. Thanks for everything.
I can understand you not wanting to be seen at the motel. But this is so open.
All the better. Who's going to notice a couple of guys on a park bench who switched briefcases?
For that matter, he could have brought the plates to your print shop.
Langley, would you have me bring suspicious characters to my place of business? Don't worry, Manson's too hungry for this 20 grand to let anything go wrong. See, there's Curtis.
But Manson was to bring the plates.
If I know Manson, he's not far away. Get going. Easy, easy. Act like you're a guy killing time.
$30.16 to $21.50.
I got it. $21.50 by.
On this motel shooting, the victim's registered as Alfred Manson. I've talked to the occupants of the other units. So far, no suspects, motive unknown.
What about the chambermaid that found the body? Did you talk to her?
Affirmative, but she's not much help. I'm waiting for the manager. He was downtown at a linen supply shop and the body was discovered. He's on his way back to the motel now.
I'll be there in a few minutes. 10-4?
10-4.
Hold it, Curtis. After the switch, I was to move first.
That was just in case somebody was around. There isn't, so?
In that case, it won't hurt to examine the plates.
I suppose you can tell how good a plate is just by looking at it.
You check the 20 grand, I'll check the plates.
You're missing the point of this little arrangement, aren't you, Dad? The quick switch?
I knew you and Manson were up to something.
Oh, not Manson. This is all my idea. Manson's dead. Odd, isn't it? Manson died because he was too gullible. You're going to die because you're too suspicious.
No.
Curtis. He killed Manson, too.
Headquarters said there's no record on Alfred Manson.
We'll probably do better when we get his prints. The manager gave us a lead in the suspect, a guy by the name of Manson. He comes here quite often with a fellow he calls Les. Tall guy, 30, about 6 feet tall. Lab boys come up with anything yet?
No, not yet. They're still working over Manson's room. There's one thing, though. The registration card shows a license number. But I haven't been able to find a car on the grounds.
Oh, yeah, another thing. The manager said Les came in with Manson's car last night, but he didn't see him leave.
Well, he's got a start on us.
Yeah, check the lab boys. I'll get on the horn here.
Get trapped, Curtis. I'll give you your choice. Give me the plates or give me back my money. You name it.
You're bluffing. You don't dare shoot.
Try me and see.
You'll have the whole pack after you if you fire a shot.
I'm giving you a break, Curtis. Pay up and you can take off.
The victim's body was found by a park employee. 1412 is investigating. 10-4?
10-4. Well, we got another shooting, this time in Cranston City Park. Come on, let's go.
Now, Marie, you put that money away. You're my guest.
But I want to pay for my share of the gasoline.
I'd be going to Woodbury anyway. Some other time, Marie.
Honestly, Ella.
Just wait till you see my son's home. It's only a tiny farmhouse, but Walter and Kathy have fixed it up so modern.
Excuse me, do you have a bus schedule I might take a look at?
I'm sorry, mister. No buses run on this road.
This just isn't my day, I guess. Well, that's what I get for trying to play the big shot insurance agent.
Yeah, that's so.
You see, a client of mine had his car in for repairs, and I let him use my car, so he wouldn't have to worry about calling a taxi when his wife had to go to the hospital. Their first child is quite an event. I thought I could pick up a bus back to Preston, so I'm stranded.
But pardon me, young man. You're going to Preston?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I can borrow a company car at our branch office.
We'll be going right through there on our way to Woodbury, if you'd care for a ride.
Well, fine. Wonderful. Do you think it's safe for such attractive ladies to pick up a hitchhiker?
You're no hitchhiker. You're more of an assistant to the stork. Ride up with us. The back's full of suitcases.
Fine.
Well, that'll be $4.53.
Thanks a lot, Miss Brewster.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
Well, I got to look at the victim before they took him away. He's an ex-con, Ralph Langley, counterfeiter.
Langley.
Yeah, we had him on a bunker charge a while back, but it didn't stick.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Any lead on who did it?
No, nobody was around when the gardener stumbled on the body. Langley's driver's license gives him an address on Current Street. Let's check it.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 by.
Unit 1216 reports finding abandoned vehicle registered to Alfred Manson, blocking middle of Dead End Street, 1 mile east of Cranston Park. The vehicle is in operable condition, and the motor was still warm. 10-4?
Check the vehicle for prints. Have the other units cover the area. 10-4?
10-4.
Parked in the middle of a dead-end street. That's a funny way to ditch a car.
That's why I think the killer's still in the area.
None of our units was after him. He must have panicked for no reason at all.
No reason at all? He's got one now. Come on, let's go.
Yes, sir. Fill her up?
I just want some information. I was to meet a friend of mine along the highway, and we seem to have missed connections. Maybe you've seen him. He's 6 feet tall, about 30, dark, well-dressed.
Would he be carrying a briefcase?
That's him. Do you remember which way he was headed?
He hitched a ride with a couple of women, and I'll tell you exactly how to spot his car.
Langley's address was legit. He works for the printing company.
A paroled counterfeiter in a print shop?
Well, the secretary says he's an outside man, a salesman. But get this. He left this morning with his boss, Leonard Stone. They left early in Stone's convertible. Now, Stone was due back here at 10 o'clock. He's got an appointment. He hasn't phoned or shown. Now, his secretary's worried. It's no act.
Yeah, good reason. If Stone didn't shoot Langley, he could be in trouble himself.
I'll tell you, we'll look for him. He's about 40, heavy set.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 by.
The lab report is in on the 2 shootings in Cranston.
Let's have it.
Ballistics established that Alfred Manson and Ralph Langley were both shot with the same weapon, a .38 caliber pistol. 10-4?
10-4.
The same gun. Well, if Les shot Manson and then killed Langley in the park, where does Stone fit in?
I'll get on my PB. If we find him, maybe he'll explain. Head down the highway.
I'll get out right here, Mrs. Brewster.
Oh, but this isn't Preston. That's the next town.
I know, but I just thought of a client here I'd like to check on. It might mean a big deal. I'll get to town. I can't tell you ladies how much I appreciate it. On second thought, I think this would be a bad day to see that client. I will go on to Preston if it's no trouble.
How could a nice young man like you possibly be any trouble?
Fleeing from another criminal after committing 2 murders, Les Curtis was now placing in jeopardy the lives of 2 innocent women. In its effort to track down the killer, the Highway Patrol methodically questioned persons in the area of the abandoned automobile.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yeah, you sure can. We've been going through this whole neighborhood. We're looking for a fellow about 6 feet tall. He's dark, about 30 years of age. We think he was on foot.
Would he be well-dressed and carrying a briefcase?
Well, he could be. Once you see him.
About 10 o'clock. I was waiting on a customer, and this fella hitched a ride with her and her friend.
What kind of a car was it?
Well, Mrs. Brewster drives a green sedan.
Oh, you know the owner? Well, you have a license number then.
Yeah, it's in a file somewhere, but I don't think you'll find this fella with the 2 women now. Not if his pal caught up with him. Boy, you should have seen that convertible rip out of here.
This guy in the convertible, describe him.
Well, he was kind of stocky, about 40 years old. Slipped me $5 and away he went.
The hitchhiker, the tall guy. Which way did he go, you know?
Well, I'm not sure. He said something about getting a bus to Preston. But the 2 women are going on to Woodbury.
Check that license number. Will you get it for me? Hurry it up. It's urgent.
I see now why Les ditched that car the way he did. He's running away from Stone.
He's running away from the law and from Stone. Carrying a briefcase, too. I don't get it.
Whatever's in it must be the motive for 2 murders.
If we don't find that sedan, we'll have 2 more.
My son Walter married Kathy 2 years ago last March. I get down to see them once a month.
I'm sure they look forward to your visits, Mrs. Brewster.
They seem to. Oh, dear, that sign said Preston 4 miles. You'll be leaving us soon.
I was just thinking, this is the day my district manager's in Woodbury. Might be a good idea to try to catch him there.
Oh, that'd be fine. He can go all the way with us. I wonder if it's a boy or a girl.
Boy or girl?
She means your client. The one you loaned your car to take his wife to the hospital.
Oh, sure. Maybe it'll be twins.
You know, there's a chance Stone won't rush Les while he's with the woman, unless he catches up with them on a deserted road.
Yeah, and then they're in trouble from both men. I look for less to try to leave the woman and get to an airport or hop a train.
If Stone tell him, that's going to be tough, but we'll stake out the airports and the depots.
Well, I finally found it. But like I say, you're wasting your time looking for this sedan. It's the convertible you gotta watch.
We'll look for both of them. Thanks very much. Take off. I'll get an APB.
Like Mrs. Brewster, I'll drive for a while. You can relax.
Oh, I'm not the least bit tired, thank you.
I know how you feel, not wanting a stranger to drive your car. Oh, believe me, I don't take it personally. I just felt that if I took the wheel for a while, you'd be nice and fresh when you reach your son's place.
Oh, how thoughtful. I won't have you thinking I don't trust you. I'd love to have you drive, really.
Fine. Now'd be a good place to pull over. No one's behind us.
The main routes to Woodbury are marked on your map. A 10-mile segment to each unit. 10-4?
With units patrolling both ways, we can cover it all in a half hour. Let's set it up.
And if there's one thing I am, it's punctual. When I say I'll be at a place at a certain time, I'll be there. Now take today. My son knows that I'll drive up to their house right on the dot. Oh, my word, we're on the wrong road. Woodbury's back that way.
Couldn't be.
Tipton, 10 miles. That's what the sign said.
Tipton? Oh, we're miles out of our way. I had a feeling you made a wrong turn a few miles back. Oh, and you're driving too fast. I never go over the speed limit. Stop and turn around.
We can pick up an alternate at Tipton.
But I'm sorry. I hate to be obstinate, but I insist that you turn around this instant.
Gee, I sure goofed. I don't know how I got so mixed up. As long as we've gone this far out of our way, why not continue until we find a telephone? I'll call my boss, and you can call your son and tell him that you will be a little late. How's that?
Well, I suppose that's the sensible thing to do. I'm sorry I got angry. I have a phobia about being late.
I don't blame you a bit.
All units patrolling main roads to Woodbury report reaching their converging points. No contact with either suspect vehicle. 10-4?
You have anything from the stakeouts at the airports or the bus stations?
Negative.
There's no doubt now those women are in trouble for sure. Lesson Stone could have forced them east into Walnut Valley or west to Paxton Hills. Divert all units into both areas. I'm heading east towards the valley.
I'll call my boss first, if you don't mind.
Oh, I know it's not his fault, but I can't help being provoked.
It's what comes of trying to do a good turn.
Well, to be fair about it, this young man was trying to do somebody else a good turn.
Hello, operator. Get me the Tipton Airport. I haven't the number. Look, operator, I'm in a hurry. I want flight information at the Tipton Airport. Now, you take it from there.
I ought to give it to you like you did Langley.
Listen, Stone. Those women over there don't know anything's wrong. You shoot me and they'll run to the cops. I'll give you the place. They're right in my pocket.
Where's the money, in the sedan?
Yes. I'll split it with you. 10 grand will get me clear. And you won't be involved in the killings.
I'm not involved now. I'm taking my whole 20 grand back. You try to keep those two old biddies conned, but get the money.
He's talking to some man. I think I'll call Walter.
Where are the police? There's a car behind us, but it's not the police patrol. It's a convertible.
That's the man. Shot that young man, and now he's after us.
Well, drive faster. Faster.
Headquarters to 1612. Investigate emergency at Highway 42 and Mill Road. Go to telephone pay station. A possible shooting. 10-4.
2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
On this Mill Road emergency. Anything else?
To 2150. Telephone company supervisor at Tipton reports call from pay station interrupted. Possibly by a gunshot. The line is still open and the operator reports man moaning. The 1612 is now proceeding from Tipton.
I'll proceed to that 1020 for rendezvous. 10-4?
10-4.
Where were the operator? What happened?
I was on the phone. A bandit shot me. Took my car.
Curtis, we're going to book you on 2 charges of murder and 2 of kidnapping.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, we got you dead to rights. Half the Manson and Langley were killed. You hitched a ride with a woman by the name of Ella Brewster and another old lady. If those 2 women were harmed in any way, I promise you.
I didn't harm them. If anything happens to them, it's Stone's work.
Tell the other unit to call an ambulance. Then book Curtis.
Right.
All right, come on, where are they?
You got the briefcase. Hand it over. You won't be repeating that license number, lady. Your ex-passenger fixed it, so I don't have a choice. Do what I tell you, and I won't have to shoot. Swing this car out and block the road. Go on, block the road. Both of you, get out of the car. You at the wheel. Take the keys. Come on. Get into my car. I'm taking you along for protection. Go on, get in.
Call headquarters. Have them set up roadblocks in this area. I'm going to see what I can do about that sedan.
Don't come any closer or these women get it.
Come on, Stone. Play it smart. Curtis is not dead. Throw down your gun.
Did you hear that? You're not a murderer. Let us go.
It's a trap.
You women keep down. And hold it, Stone. Go get it.
Keep 'em up.
All right, ladies, you can get up now. You know, I wouldn't advise it again, but that key bit, that took a lot of nerve.
Well, if you'd seen him shoot that nice young man in cold blood.
Now, just a minute, ladies. I don't know how you're going to take this, but this nice young man you're talking about, he committed 2 murders today.
Why, imagine, we've been riding all day with a murderer. Wait till Walter and Kathy hear about this.
Here's part of the motive, counterfeit plates. This stuff looks real.
It is real. $20,000 and it belongs to me.
You hear that, ladies? Take a look. $20,000. He's not going to be able to spend a nickel of it. All right, move. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.